Welcome back everyone to Terminus, and this time I am going to be doing a bit of a challenge run. And we all know I like my challenge runs. The first thing you will notice up in the top right hand corner, my level. I'm not on my normal character, I'm on a brand new level 1 rookie character. It's because we're going to be starting a new game from the base game as a level 1 character. I think we'll do the soldier. So I've been playing with Vaughn. Now, same as usual, I will always do it on Apocalypse and I will always do it on Permadeath. And this time I think I'm going to do the out of stock. I was looking to do some sandbox as well. So we're going to put food spoilage at 150%. Actually, no, we'll take the crop growing down to 50%. So I can't go back to the same zone crops. But for this run, it's not really going to make much of a difference. And I think I am going to give myself just a 50% experience gain. That way it just stops the achievements on this save and I can do more on my main one. There is things where you can change it. You can get more parks and more pharmacies, more gun stores to make it easier or harder. You can also change the initial zombie density. So if a tile had, I don't know, 5 zombies initially, and you set it to 200, you're going to have 10 zombies on there. Now we're doing the out of stock, so that means all furniture, except for houses, is empty, and most doors and windows in special places have been broken. Now, you can still find things on the floor in the special items. So, doing this run, one of the most important things to get hold of is you want the street map. Getting the street map means you can just go to as many houses as possible and avoid the special places. Otherwise, you have trouble sleeping at night unless you can craft an hammer. And it's one of the biggest things with this run is crafting an hammer. NPCs, cars, vehicles, all the same. And yeah, everything spawns 50% faster. We gain 50% more experience as a trade-off. We're doing it on out of stock. So like I said, hammer is our big thing. And we're doing it on Apocalypse and Permadeath. So yeah, let's just do this little challenge run. So we have 1 point available in our traits. The only real good one is alcohol as a starting character, because if you use cigarettes, you rely on having to find a lighter to be able to use cigarettes. And normally when you find a lighter in the early game, it's better to be used as a cooking implement more than using something for morale gain. So alcohol is the only good one, and coffee is just so rare, you very rarely find it. So alcohol's a lot more common. And we have 3 points. Now normally I would put everything in dexterity, and I am thinking about that again. I think I need at least 1 in observation. Would be nice in 1 in agility. Yeah, we'll go 1 agility just so we have a chance to avoid attacks if I don't plan things right. 1 in observation and 1 in dexterity. And it is going to be the soldier. So let's go ahead. Okay, so we started off. It's giving us the usual Terminus notice. So for anybody that's not played, Terminus is always across the top of the map. And we always start in the south of the map. So there's 2 railways on the track. One comes up from the left-hand side and one comes up from the right. So up there. And they meet up and then they join up to Terminus. So finding a railway track, you could just follow the railway track all the way to Terminus. But railway tracks do attract a lot of zombies. But also for that, they have no buildings, so you can't sleep there. But they do have fences, so you can be a little safer on a railway tile, sometimes over a normal tile. So we want to try and find a north exit out here, but we need to loot everything. We're getting 11.5, so that's actually quite good with the soldier. Fanny packs I am going to take. Maybe I can rip it down into rags or used as a trading item. Don't equip them. The 0.4 incumbents on there is just too high for only 2 capacity. It needs to be changed. Putting that on will actually cost you more AP than not having it on. Now we have got a tote bag, that's different. And we have got a jacket. So I've equipped both of them, and we'll take the alarm clock because it's got some turns on. It allows me to be able to sleep even if I don't need the energy, which is a fantastic find. Now, armor is one of the big things I want in street map. And we've got a sweater, so we might as well put it on. Take the painkillers. So So our character is pretty good with temperature. So we can look at the temperature map. 15 degrees inside. And we can go up, well, we've got +6 on the temperature because of the clothing. So even if this drops down to -6, we won't take a debuff on it because of the clothing we've got. So let's turn the temperature map off. And where else do I want? So that looks like a window that's going outside. And that looks like that might be another room. Okay, so there's a wardrobe over here. Let's have a quick peek out the window. Okay, we can't see anybody. And I think with this one, I'm going to make sure my character doesn't go above 1.5 AP. I'm going to limit myself, so if I start going above that, I've got to drop stuff. So that door we can see is going outside. So if anything, this door is going to lead to another room. But I've got no AP to fight anybody, so we just pass a turn. The zombie turn was quite quick, so there isn't that many zombies on here, if there is any. Picking up planks is going to be good, because that could be used as a weapon. The knife, you want to really save that if you can. It's durability poor, so it will run down very quick. Because if I make any spears, they're not going to be good spears. But the knife will be needed to make a spear. Okay, so we're in the kitchen, so food and water is a good place in here. Tell beer. That's a good way to get morale back, because we've got the alcohol and we've got some satiety. Now, hydration cap's at 18, and because the only thing I've found is 6, I don't want to use this until my hydration drops to 12, and then I'll use that. So we have got a north exit out. Bit close to the wall. I'd rather be coming out in between these, try and get into the centre, and hopefully we find a radio by that point, which will tell us where Terminus is, and then it's just as easy to get left or right. That's where I want to be aiming. So that's not a good exit, so I could do it trying to find an exit out this side. But we've got no AP, so let's pass the turn. And if we do find special places, we're just going to probably run straight through them. Okay, we're not getting lucky, so there's... Move a couple of tiles. Let's... Yeah, there's no exit out that side. Oh no, there is one there, so it's a good job I did go across. That's a bit more like my style. It's going in the way I want. Okay, it's not going north. Let's get some AP before I start moving. And we will pick up that stick because it can be used in quite a few recipes. It's going to cost us 10 to get through. It leaves us 3.8 to get safe on the other side. I'm happy to take that. And we've got nothing. Hydration is exactly where I wanted it to be, so we'll use that. Just so we don't start taking damage. Okay, we're still on day 1, 10 o'clock, so we've got 10 hours till night, so we've got plenty of time for some looting. I could try that window, but if it's locked, I've got to come all the way back down here, but there's a door open, so we'll just use it. Come over, pick up the plank. Okay, not many zombies here. I'm thankful for that. Okay, so there was some plastic on the zone square. I need to get into the habit of checking it. Got a cigarette there, but again, we've got no ignition source, so we can't use it. Some gloves for temperature, but this run you don't really need a temperature, so that's probably going to end up turning into rags or checking rotten corpses with it. Can't do anything else. Let's pass a turn. We just want as much looting as we can. If you can get 3 tiles on your first day, that's pretty good. Ideally, that's what you want. Another painkillers. How's our weight looking? 1.1 still, so we're pretty good. That bag's helping us out. We've currently got a little bit more space in that bag. So where do we want to go now? Definitely can see a rotten corpse there, and I was talking about them gloves being okay. A strength stat book. Very nice. We start with strength 3, so that would help us out with carry capacity. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything for combat in this game. Unlike in most, strength will help you combat. It doesn't, because it's got its own stat in here. And we got a tote bag. Oh, wow. And a backpack. Quite blessed on this run. We haven't got the hammer. We haven't got any stones to make an hammer. So that's our big thing if we end up being on a special tile overnight. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So we can currently hold 44 kilos, and we've only got about 10 kilos. So I don't need all these bags equipped at the moment. It might be a good idea to take them off. I would waste the AP I've used on them. Until the bag's full, I won't start equipping them. That's probably the better solution. I could possibly take off one of these gears as well, because I don't need them both on. Just gets rid of a little bit of that encumbrance. So we're back down to 1.1 now. And let's go there. Next turn we'll be searching the zombie. There's another room at the top here to check, because you can see the back of a bookcase there. You can see a door leading into it as well. So we need to make sure we've got gloves on before you check one of these. Otherwise it will guarantee to give you a disease. Saline solution and nothing too great. And make sure you take your gloves back off. Now I can search another 2 items still with that. It's about 37%. It's like 37.2% you lose when you search an item. Okay, a zombie in there that can get to me. Well, he can get to the doorway, which will be blocking my exit, so that's fine. I'm in a good place now. We could take the water, or we could just wait until use that when we drop down to 12 hydration again, which I think I might just end up doing, because it will give me a little satiety as well. And you can only move the one, so you can't get to me. And some more food. I could just eat that now, but I might be able to make a meal with potatoes and something else. So we'll keep that. It's got 86 turns on it, which is over 3 days, so I don't need to rush to have it. And you can only get to there or there. So I can leave out this door. And it does look like this is going to be outside. So we just want to plan where we're going to. So we've got another 7 hours tonight. So even if we hit a special tile, we'll race through it just to get to the other side. Let's pass the turn. Yeah, outside is suspected. And we've got a northern exit there. Let's go up onto the exit point. We could actually get through as well. Another house, so we got lucky. Couple of broken windows here. But we'll probably end up sleeping here tonight. By the time we've looted all this. Try and get the loot. It's going to be close to night time, so we need to find a safe room. So we might have to do some combat fighting. Now, we could just move one tile across and this guy can't get to me. Now, I could kill him, but I might be able to just lose him. If we're saying we've got to sleep here tonight, it might be a good idea to just get him out the way. Now, that can't take it out. The knife should be able to, yeah, 3.4. What's the plank doing? I'm just going to use one of my planks. And I will pick up the rag, because I might be needing that to cover the windows. So that milk I can have now. Tips my hydration to max and gives me a bit of satiety. I'm tempted to just eat the potato. We haven't got cooking pots. We haven't got a lighter. We haven't got a frying pan. So it's going to be a long time before we get round to cooking. So yeah, we'll just eat that. Get our satiety and hydration max. We have a little bit of satiation in there, which can also perk up our morale as well. A good amount. So next turn, no, we're not getting any bonuses. Oh, we got some crops. That's a very nice find. Let's go up and loot the crops. That's some more food. You can actually get to where I am, so I would need to kill you if I want to stay here tonight. Would it be better to go up and do the fight now? Yes. Okay, 5.6. I will use one condition off the night. Okay, that's perfect. And I will stand on that zone square. Stand on the zone square, stop zombies from spawning through. Under most situations. I will say that because there was something in the 1.2 patch and the new DLC, which that wasn't always the case. There was one case where the game spawn the zombies behind you if you blocked up the zone square. So be careful. In the base game it's fine, but in the DLC it won't always work. Okay, let's get some AP. Just want to go around the building. Okay, so we can't harvest these because we set the condition for 50%. It means some of the crops you find, you won't get as much. Waiting to harvest. And I don't think I'll be able to harvest this. Yeah, must be 50% to harvest. So that one's close. There is a chance it might be ready by the morning. It's not guaranteed. How much am I getting next turn? I won't overcap, so I'm just going to wait a turn. Like I say, I'm just running around to make sure there's no zombies. That's going to cause me trouble overnight. Okay, we've already lost 22% condition on this weapon. That's not good. Okay, so we've gone all the way around. Okay, so there is a zombie there. Bit of a beefy boy this one is. Luckily we got a crit. And that gives me some cloth. Okay, so I'm going to go into this room, loot it. And then hopefully we can secure this room for tonight. But there is a lot of broken doors here. So it's not going to be the best sleep, but we have cleared the tile. The best we can. Yeah, we don't have an hammer, so we can't repair anything. And we have a couple of things here where we could break these down tonight. Just to get some electronic parts. We might be able to use them for a recipe. Some gloves for temperature, but we don't really need the temperature on this run. We're not going to be on it long enough. We're just doing a straight run to Terminus. Let's go down to there. And I'm not even anybody inside the building. Okay, some food and tomato. And we got our first level up. So immediately, the best one out of there. We could do extra melee damage because of our skill. Or fast learner. Just allows us to get the rest of the skills really fast. And we did do the trade-off at the start of the run. For making food go off sooner. To allow us to get... Oh, we've got no axe. To allow us to get XP a little faster. But it's not really going to affect us. At the most, we'll get one extra level. I did it more because I didn't want to have the achievements on this run. Because this is not my main run. And I want to cover that window up before it's night. But it's already turned night. Closing the door's not going to really do anything. Because it's broken. Zombies can just walk through, but we can't walk through. So we're at 1.2 AP. These are iron medium trade backpacks. But the one I've got is much better. So this is 40% reduction for 15 capacity. This is 50% reduction for 20. So that's always better than those. We do have some unbagged, so we could have one of these on for the shoulder. So everything's bagged again. We're in the 1.2. I'm keeping a little bit of extra gear on me just for trading or quests if we come across a fortified house. There's no reason not to eat. Not drink. And I'll probably end up eating that. Oh, the rice is good for cooking. But again, we got no cooking implements. Let's go up and cover this window. Might be 50% by the morning, so we need to pop back over, but that's going to take a while to get done. I want to come and loot the stuff at the top here first. Got no torches. So we can't actually see what's about us. And we've got a street map, that's good. We can plan the route tonight. And we've got a chair we can sleep on, but it is right next to a door where zombies can just walk through here. Let's search the couch. Screwdriver. Okay, let's pass the turn. Which is a solo run, this one is. I'm not going to pick up any survivors. Morale's looking low in energy, so we will be sleeping probably this turn. You've only got a few turns on you, so I'm just going to eat you now. We've got enough planks to be able to do a spear. I need at least one spear. We've only got the basic one. We've got no crafting gloves, so we've got nothing to speed it up. And yeah, it's going to take us another turn to do that. So one more turn, and then we'll get to sleep. And did we have any books? Yeah, we had one good book to learn there as well. Is there anything else I've got? So there's a couple of things what we could break down. We'll break down the one that's only got two tines on it. Now, I could break down the screwdrivers, but they do have a medium trade value. Never break down gloves. And at the moment, I won't break down clothes. We can make a makeshift lighter, but we need a battery. Makeshift lighter. So we need a battery and one electronic part, which we've got now. That's why I wanted to break it down. Okay, so we just need to spend AP on something, and a street map would be the best way. So again, it's giving you little tutorials now. These wasn't here before. AP required is 4, and then the further you go, the more it costs. So we've got 2 unidentified places there. I'd like to grab them both for 4 if I can. Which I can at that point. So a closed store and an house. So because the closed store is always going to be damaged and less loot, that house is going to be the target for leaving, which is good because that's the one right outside the window. Got a little bit of AP left, so I might as well just start putting it into... I'm not going to worry about doing kebabs and foods. I'm not going to use that, so I'm just going to chuck it. Actually, no, we will pick it up. Just in case I need to do a fire, it can start a fire. Yeah, let's just sleep until the morning. Okay, that come out of nowhere. There was nothing I could do about it. We are bleeding. And my jacket took a lot of brunt. Now, we have no bandages. I think you can sleep off the bleeding, but I can't remember. So basically, there's a zombie here, and we've got to attack it. But because it's in the dark and we've got no torches, let me just double check that's true. Yeah, no torches. We have to just attack it blindly. Now, my knife is already down to 50% condition, so I'd rather not use that. I could probably do with making a second spear. There we hit the plank, we killed him. Do I want to sleep until the bleedings are gone, or do I want to try and make a bandage? We can actually make a normal bandage, because we've got a saline solution. Would be the 2 rags I've got on me, that's fine. So we'll have to do that. I did forget I picked up that saline solution, so now it's gone. But the bleeding's gone. So we're going to have to try and sleep again. Just saying, sleep until fully restored. And then we've got to heal off that HP in the morning. Hopefully nobody else comes and wakes us up. Should have just slept until 6 o'clock. Okay, so let's get our food and water done. You would be good for cooking, so I don't want to use you yet. We'll use the onions with the condition. And then top you up with water. So it will start giving us HP back now. 0.8 because of the water and the hydration. And then I'll probably eat that other onion on the next turn. We do have some HP drugs. I could use, or I could just put them off. Just trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. No. Would setting up another spear really help us? Possibly. Not going to be good spears. Actually, I've decided against it. These should be ready for harvesting now. They won't give us the full crop because it's only grown 50%, so we'll get 50% of the rate. We'll save our AP. Okay, it's zombie outside, but I want to harvest them crops. 3 carrots, not bad with 167 turn. Okay, so you could get to me and you could get to me. You wouldn't be hard to take out. You can't get to the zone square here. And that's where I want to go. So we're going to move there and then we're going to attack this guy with the spear. Should only be 1 attack. Yep, brilliant. Because of our combat ability. And then he can't get to us. This is still 37%, so that's going to be a long time before that's ready. We could spend some AP, so we'll be on 23. Put 3 into the book. Okay, just making sure my weight's not above that 1.5. We could start looting or we could just wait. So there is an exit to the north to the clothes store. That's not what we want to be leading from. Move to there. And then we'll just wait. So 0.2 we gained on that turn. If I'd have remembered to do my hydration, I would have got a little bit better. Got enough for the onion now as well. So we've got another 20 hours of water and probably around the same as food. Morale, unfortunately, is not looking great, so we will have to have the alcohol because I've got 2 bottles. One of them will have, one gives 16 morale, which is probably the one I end up taking. Sort of midday-ish. So we need to get in the building. Let's see if this door's open. It is. But it would mean killing another zombie. Or we might be able to just run around it. Well, this is a weird room. Don't think of so many buildings like this in the game where there isn't an exit. Like a little cubby hole on the outside. But yeah, I've never seen a generation like that. Because I can't come through this way. You'd have to come out the building to get into another part of it. Now the door has got 15, so I'm just going to close it on this guy. That way he won't see which way I've gone. Okay, can't get in there. There is a guy at the top that could get to me, so I'm just going to move over 1. See if the window's open. No. And we don't have anything to force the windows. Now, because we're not really healing our health up, I'm just going to take the drugs. Just in case somebody comes and hits me. So I can't get through either one of them. I am going to come and pick up the stone. Because that's the only recipe we've got at the start to make an hammer. Is the stone hammer. Which you need 3 stones. Thread is the easiest way to make that. We just break down some clothing into rags, rags into thread. You can only go 1. You can go a bit more. Okay, you're the decayed. So let's come this side. A bit more of a normal room this one is. And again, I am picking up all the clothing, expecting at some point... Oh, a pistol this early in the game. That's not something you see very often. I think I am going to go up for that needle because it would be a way of repairing clothing. And then just come for the plank. Couple items to loot in here. And we got another fighting knife, so that's nice. Got some ammunition for that gun as well. Let's just pass the turn, get some AP back. Okay, let's just check our weight because we have been picking up a lot. We're still at 1.2. And I am going to put the jean jacket on. Good temperature, good defense, always very high durability, so they always last longer. Yeah, I'm much better now. I've got one of them. Pasta, I could use that for a recipe, but I would need some sort of cooking implements. I think I'm just going to come straight to the door. We know there's somebody banging on this door which could come through. I think I'm just going to risk it. Okay, so there was somebody... Okay, you can't get to me, so that's fine. Just put the pillow on. It just makes our sleeping tonight a little bit better. Check our weight. So we've still got about another 6 kilo before we need to equip the next bag. And we're still at 1.2. Let's get some AP. And then plan our route off here. Yeah, let's just look at the map. We've got 2 unidentified, but we don't know what's out of each. Now, I could do a street map and try and find out, but because of them different sides, I'd have to spend 4 to... Might be able to get them both for 4. But I would need to get out of this guy's range. I think my AP's better spent trying to get away from him. I think I'm in a better position now to do the street map. See if I can get both these for 4. Would be nice if I could get a third one, but no. House and a restaurant. Now, normally a restaurant would be the best way for getting pots and pans. But because we're in the out of stock scenario, that's probably not going to be an option. There is still a chance that some of the containers could have loot in. But I would have to go and check every one to find out. So out of them 2 options, the house is going to be more loot worthy for us to do. So going north. Up here. But need AP first. Going to try and get to the loot square. Oh, sorry, the zone square. If it's safe, it might even be worth getting AP before zone. We'd have to use 2 AP. Well, if we're going to use 2, let's have a look and see if I can get anything planned future in front. I would want to find like a 2 going north. The most I could only get a 1. So yeah, that's not an option. So we just put 2 in the book. Okay, we've got 6 hours tonight. We're not making a great progress. But we knew it was coming onto an house because we did the search. Okay, you can get to me. So I need to get in the building to get away from you, really. And we got some food. That's nice. We're just going to eat that straight away. There'll be some recipes that do need bread, but at the moment I've got no way of cooking. Got no pots, pans, or a lighter, so I need 3 items before I can even think about cooking with that, so just eat it. We've also got a good amount of water. I might as well just use that up as well. And if we was going to find pots and pans, the kitchen would have been the place. Unfortunately, we didn't get lucky. Let's pass the turn. Let's have a check at how many planks I've got on me. I've got 3. I think I'll stop off for another one. Couple of zombies on the map there. No way out that way, so I have to come this way. And a level up. More melee attack damage would be good. But we're looting a lot of things, so skillful search has to be the one. So it only costs us 1.5, not 2, to loot an item now. A rake, a fire starter, crude arrow. I'll take it, but I'm probably never going to learn any of them. And I need AP. Do you want to loot that zombie? We got 2 gloves, that's fine. Could just use the lowest ones. Another denim jacket, that's nice. I only need 1 Bible, so I'm just going to chuck the second. You could get to this square, so I need to be able to back up after I've checked it. And there's another zombie around here somewhere as well. Ah. 0.4 to put on, 2 to check. I would need 1.3 to get out of your ray. So no, I've got to back up this turn. Three hours to night. The safest choice would be make this a sleeping area. But we've got a lot of broken windows. And we need to do another search to find out where we're going to. Let's see what this guy gives me before I decide. HP drugs. Now we do have the 2 knives. The poor one I'm okay for it to just be used. 2.3, maybe spear. Cloth could be useful. Again, I've just got too many broken windows to stop here. You can only move 1. I think I'm just going to have to take a chance. Oh, that's not good. Went too far. Okay, so we're lucky on the dodge with that 1 agility. Can just zone through and I'm going to have to do that. Okay, we got lucky with another house. Onto a danger zone. Okay, so lucky and unlucky. Just going to wait. Okay, so there's some sort of NPC in the building. Would be nice to save them, but that's not my top priority at the moment. I think we'll just use these. Just gets me my health back. Now, we know there's fighting going on down here, so there's going to be a lot of zombies. We'll go up north, try and find another exit. Okay, it's dirty water. There is a way we can use this. So if we was desperate for water, we can drink that and then sleep off the disease once we eat procs. Which I have done in multiple runs and showed it off. Let's just get some AP. The thing is, I don't know if that's a bandit. And if it's night. I don't want to go and find out. Okay, we've got an axe, so we can actually start breaking things down now, or at least have a good combat weapon. We can get rid of that. Just double checking we haven't picked up that torch still. No. There's a zombie up here. And we know this guy just come out this door. Oh, it's broke. Oh, it's a bandit. I can see the red mark there. Let's just back off a bit. Demands valuable items. You may choose what to offer, refusing will result in attack. Items with an overwhelmingly high total value or more, current value poor. So it looks like we have to give a lot of items, but we might have enough sort of clothing on us. Current value. Just so we don't have to fight them tonight, and they might be able to take on the zombies if they're near. Yeah, he's going around fighting the zombies. I would like to kill him, but it's just not a good idea. I've never done that option before, so I did want to see what it was. Okay, there was something underneath me. I couldn't see it. And I think I'm just going to stop here for the night. He should be making enough noise to attract the zombies to him. Would be nice to try and loot the rest of this room. This room should be safe. And there's probably a dead zombie's corpse in here somewhere. So we are depressed because of the morale. But we did talk about using some sort of alcohol. We'll use the 16. Being drunk isn't going to matter because I'm not planning. Okay, so there is a zombie right there. It doesn't seem to have moved too far since we saw him 2 tiles up 2 turns ago. So I'm going to let him come closer. Oh no. The bandit come and fought him instead. And that's why I was hoping if I could bribe the bandit to not attack. He's a bit of a protection on the map. Okay, let's see if we can make this other spear. You'll want to go one more turn now. Because our energy is very low, I'm just going to sleep now. There's nothing on me that, if he gets looted, I'm too worried about. So if the bandit did come back and loot us. Okay, the bandit just died because there's a loot pile just appeared by the door. It does also mean that there's probably a big zombie somewhere around, like the one that's attacking me. So we need something fairly decent, and I don't want to use guns. We could use the axe. That was a lovely crit. We can set the timer for a set amount of time, and I think I'm going to do it this time. So I want to wake up at 5 o'clock. No, let's say wake up at 6 o'clock. Would have been nice to read some books, but I need to be able to get that energy up as much as I can. Just in case I had another fight. Which, unfortunately, I have. And again, not seeing the alpha mounts on the head, it could mean I'm wasting off a lot of condition off this axe on items, on zombies that didn't need it. So I want to be full on the next turn. Let's sort out food and water. We've got powdered milk. I'm just going to have that now. 6 satiety on there. We don't need the morale. We'll take that later in the day. And the carrot's still got a lot of turns on. So I think I'm just going to spend on the spear. So we've got 2 spears now at least. So we've got a bit better with our weapons. Make sure we're not above the 1.5, now at 1.3. I would have liked to get another spear done. Unfortunately, no time. It would be nice. Because we haven't got anything else, I think I'm just going to put this onto the axe. Gives me a couple of more turns with the best weapon we've got. Is a pile up there. We are going to be going up there and collecting all that. So, anything HP-wise, I could use that for drugs later in the day. Okay, so what are we going to overcap? So we'll be on about 27.6. I mean, I could put 7 into another... Yeah. My glass knife broke, but that's good. Did that use all the AP I wanted to? Yep. We'll be capped on the next turn. There should be some loot around from all the... Okay, so 2 rags. Nobody dropped anything, basically. And we want to go and do the loot pile up here. Now, we haven't looted this area, so we do want to do it. You can only move once, that's fine. So what have we got? We've got food and water, so that's got to go. We'll take that straight away. We'll take that. Taking the grenade, I'm not leaving that behind. We could put... It's only for a rifle, unfortunately. So we will have to get our... If we don't want to go above 1.5, which I said. We'll use the map. We'll have a look where them are in a minute. Saline's good for making bandages. How are we doing with planks? Yeah, I think we're good with that. We've got a street map, so I don't need a second. Oh, these are some of the items we give them, wasn't it? Take your familiar hunger buff back. Medium trade items I want back. Definitely want your axe. Definitely want your needle. We're still at 1.4. Is there anything I want to get rid of? I'll get rid of one of the screwdrivers. Whichever has the least condition. So you. I'll get rid of you. You're not really too good. That can be crafted into a wire bat. We used this in the previous run and there was very good weapons early on. I think I'm happy with that. We've got 2 alarm clocks. Now we'll get rid of you. I think I'm okay with that. 1.4 didn't really get my weight down much. But we will get it down when we finish the crafting up here. Lettuce with 2 turns, so we are going to have to eat that. And then we'll have to eat the orange on this day as well, which needs 4 satiety, so we'll wait till next turn. Or the turn after before we have that. Checking your movement again. So now we've got some weapons, we don't have to pick up as many planks as we've been doing. Okay, so we've looted that, looted that. Looted. So we need to figure out which way we're going to go. So there is a location out this side. I think I want to spend 4 on a search. Okay, there is a 2 up there. I can get for 4. 2 houses. There's our route. House to an house. It's a shame there isn't a link between these two. There's a 1 there, which means it could be a link. But we've got a plan. Move to the zone square and hopefully we don't attract too much. That's fine, you can only move 1. Use 1 AP. We'll finish that at some point today with just the spare AP. And we should be able to use that orange that's running down on turn timer. Make sure I'm not overusing it. No, that's fine. And a fortified house. So all that item I've been picking up might come in useful now. We could do with really killing you though. Probably one of the low knives. I need to go and pick up the rag. Let's see what quests they've got. Collect books. And what was the other one? 6 books. I might have it, but I don't want to give all my skill books away. And what was the other? 5 pieces of clothing. I might be able to do that one. Definitely can do that. A windbreaker. Raincoat. One of these gloves is about to break, so you can have that. And 2 more. Cardigan. Just want to make sure I keep them too if possible. You have defense on, you don't. So yeah, we'll give that one away. Gives me 7 rep. Now I could get a fuel can with that. That's my usual strategy. I could probably trust for one more level. But let's see what you've got over here for me now. Revolver is 2.9 to 3.5. Not as good as the pistol. Could trade for antibiotics. Could trade for food or an energy drink. We might be able to cut it with all these bags we've got. The axe is also a good one. Lighter. And a torch. But it's broken. And it's only got 4 charges. Even if I spend all the AP to fix it. Which would take forever. I think the light is the best item out of there. Because if I get a pan, then I can cook. Okay, unfortunately I've got to trade a lot away to get it. But I can get a lighter with 10 charges for 3 backpacks, the jewellery and 1 electronic part. I tried everything else I could down here, but that would allow me to use the cigarettes. And then all we need is a cooking pot to be able to cook. Because we have got a good amount of food up here. Everything over here is either I or overwhelmingly I. I would really like to get that energy drink, so I'm going to try and get that. Because that could save my life. Okay, I think that's a little better trade. So the spare street map, I've still got the 1. 2 of the painkillers I'm not using. The jacket, that was an I value. The saline solution and the recipe book, that's got nothing in there I'm going to need. 1 energy drink and 1 trust level. Let's come out of there. And usual 4 trusts for a gas can. We'll do that twice. So if we do find a car, we've now got 10 fuel to be able to take us a few spaces. Okay, let's check our weight. Because we're probably coming up to the limit. We're right on the 1.5, so we can't go... Probably chuck some stuff. But we have got our weight right the way down. We can put the second bag on. There, we're back down to 1.4. So we are coming up to the limit with the 2 gas cans, which weighs 5 kilos. We are nearly everything bagged. Unless I find a better backpack. We just need to start getting rid of some of these weapons. But yeah, we've got a grenade. We've got an energy drink. And now we've got a lighter. I think we're in a good place. So we need to just keep moving up to the north. I don't need to leave any notes because I won't be here for long. Heavy inventory. And we are slowly learning the strength book as well. So let's move up north and hopefully we don't proc any zombies getting to the zone point. And how much do we need to zone? 9. So we need to wait 1 more turn. Now our elf is still ticking up, so we'll be back at 20 pretty soon. Just looking as if we need to eat anything. Well, that's not going to do anything except for a bit of hydration, so let's just take it. And another 18 hours there. That's brilliant. The biggest loot now we need is a cooking pot or a cooking pan. Kitchen's here. Maybe go up to there. Do I want to wait a turn? Yeah, I won't overcap, so that's fine. And again, we are coming up to the end of the night. We might be able to get this room done. Okay, so you can move quite a lot. What about now if I open the window? So yeah, quite a lot. He's easy to take out. Hiking backpack. Oh, that is the backpack I really want. Medium trade item and a novel finally. So 1.4 AP we're currently on. Take that backpack off, put that one on. Still at 1.4, but if you look at our thing, we've now got over 10 kilos more weight we can bag up. And this has a better 30 capacity, 65 weight reduction. This only has 20 capacity, 50 weight reduction. So I've been saving a lot of weight. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Still at the 1.4, and I think I'm coming up to kill this guy. 1 point something, one of the weak knives, or even the bat. 3.8. I just need to see where all my weapons are around. What's my spears doing? That's probably one of my weaker ones. Fish trap over there. Not really going to stop around for fish this time. Let's come this side to the kitchen and pass a turn. See if we can get some pots and pans. We might be able to cook something. There is an NPC surviving there. We might be able to do some trading with them. But we're not going to be taking them with us. And I'm going to be leaving the rotten stuff on this one. Because we're keeping our weight at a minimum. Still at 1.4. So no cooking pot, unfortunately. But we might be able to trade one off. Actually, I should have done it while I was on this square, shouldn't I? What have you got? You've got a shovel, which could be extremely useful. A recipe for the crowbar could be useful. Pots and pans. You have got a torch, which we haven't got. So that has to be my trading priority. I think we'll do that. It's not the best trade in the world, but at least it gets me some stuff. So we get the tomato, we get the crafting recipe book, and we get the small flashlight. Just need to make sure, it's got 9 charges. At least we've got a torch for nights now. So let's trade all these away. And I'm seeing if I can do something to get that shovel. Okay, I managed to do another trade. A shovel on the machete for the spare street map. Some potent medicine. Spare pair of gloves. A novel and a towel. Again, not the best trades in the world. Just trying to see if I could add anything just to make it up. No, that will have to do. We did a little bit of trading. I'm not going to take the NPC, but I do want to loot the rest of this building. We're not going to overcap, so I'm just going to wait one turn. And we've got this northern room to loot. Come in one, just to make sure there's no bookcases here. We've got a rain collector out there, but unfortunately no water in there. And now we pick up a machete after picking up that. So where's our weight at 1.4 still? We could do with breaking you into... We'll break you into 3 and then I can just eat 1. And drink a little bit of water. Forestation book could be useful, just to avoid them. Tomato seed, and now we get a torch. Now we trade it for 1, and a rod. Can I carry all that? 1.5. I'm not going above that. I said that. Just need to get into combat to get rid of some of these weapons, machetes, knives, and then we'll be in a better place. Unfortunately, no cooking ingredients yet, as in pots or pans. Okay, so we're currently here. We need to do another search before we go north. So I am trying to stay into this middle area. But I do want to try and find a 2 to make it worthwhile. Fortunately, not finding a 2, so we'll just take a 1. Well, that's a bit weird. We can't actually get to it. So we need more AP. And we got another level up. More melee attack damage. Chance of extra loot from zombies. Let's go with the melee attack. And let's pass the turn so I can do another search. I might be better just to look out the window and see if there's a location. Yeah, there's a location. We'll just take this one. Okay, he couldn't get to me, so I was quite lucky. Zone through. There is a zombie in the house, but we can't do much with the AP, so we need more AP. And we've only got 4 hours, so this is probably going to be our sleeping place. But we've got a good amount of... Okay, bird trap down there I would like to set you. We have got a good amount of weapons now, so we don't need to shy on combat anymore. And I think I want to use the weakest of the machetes for you. Just get that down. If we're sleeping here tonight, think, where can you get to? You can't get to past this square. So I think I'm just going to set it here and hopefully we can get a bird for the morning. Then we'll pass the turn, get some AP. Okay, that's nice, he's come to me. And yet another flashlight. We don't have any lights, and then all of a sudden we're picking them up left, right and centre. Still at 1.5. I need to go back and close it. Need to start securing a room. And this is probably going to be where we're stopping tonight. Leather gloves. Those are damaged gloves. Those are actually quite good. We're not getting into combat right this second, but if we do, we can just quickly put them on. Yeah, you're going to be banging on the window, aren't you? Okay, let's go back one, let him come to me. Couldn't find anything. And I think I'm just going to stay up this corner tonight. Pointless sorting the rest of the house, just in case we attract more zombies down here. But at least we've got our first night's sleep in a room with intact doors and windows, so we've got a good chance of being able to craft a couple of spears up and stuff like that. So it is night time now. We have got a pair of crafting gloves now, didn't we? No, we didn't. Let's make that spear. And I think I'm going to make one more. That should get our weight down. So when you look at the spears, each one of these weighs 1.6, but until you craft it, it weighs 4 kilos. Because it's 2 planks, 2 kilos each. Okay, so we've got 7 turns on the onion, so we might as well eat it. And we've only got 14 turns on the tomato, so we might as well eat it. Get our water topped up. And we're going to have to go to sleep because of our energy and morale. We've managed to get our weight back down to 1.4. Is there anything here? So 9 turns, 8 turns. We want to keep that. Just trying to think, is there anything I need to break down? That fuel's what's holding us back. But if we find a car, it's also what's going to help us out. We haven't got the right gun for you. And we've got 6 shots in the pistol still. And plenty of weapons now. We could just eat the seeds. We're not going to do any planting in this one. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's just spend our AP on... I do need to do a search. So I think I'm going to go one more turn to be able to do the search. Okay, so we need a link to that. Okay, so we've got a 4 up here, which is a pharmacy. Just nothing with 2s around here, so I'm having to take a lot of 4s for one. A restaurant, I would like to link to that. So there's nothing in the middle of these here because it's got 0 places to check. The railroad. So there's the one railroad. And the other railroad's coming up here. Terminus, possibly centre of the map. I don't want to be going backwards. And I don't really want to be going onto a railroad. But I might not have another option. So it looks like we're going to go onto the railroad. Okay, let's go to sleep. And we'll just say until the energy's full. Because morale and energy is looking bad. Okay, 3 o'clock in the morning, he's up. His morale still not perfect. So we had another beer on us, didn't we? Let's just use it. It will max out our morale. Got a couple of bottles. We could make a Molotov out of this if we want to. With those glass bottles and the rags down here. That is an option to us. But we don't need to go down that route yet. 44 turns on the bread. It is stale at the moment. I'm just going to eat that and get our water topped up. So 43 hours of water. I think I'm going to chuck the dirty water. I don't normally do this. And I think I'm going to chuck them as well. 43 hours is more than enough water to finish this run if we get lucky. And we've also got another 10 hydration plus hydration in these. So yeah, I've got at least 2 days water. Now, we've still got a couple of more hours to the morning. So I do think I want to start pumping it into something. And the strength book will help out our carry weight. So yeah, we'll do that. We did say about the map, wasn't it? So there's a 2 up here for 8.7. 8.4. We're going to have to take it. So we can go up to the railroad, jump off to the library. So the railroad's coming up here. So yeah, Terminus has to be there. And it's just getting too costly now to do a search up there. So let's just pass the turn. Let's go up to the door. We do have an axe, so we could break down stuff for metal now if we need to. And yeah, I think I'm happy to keep them behind. So how much will I overcap? So I'll be on 28 roughly. Nothing in there I need to desperately learn. Okay, it's going to take a while. Coming up to about a quarter of the way for that book. Realistically, we've got enough loot on us. We could not have to search everything and start cutting things off. Blanket and another way for morale. So that's going to give us the best sleep bonus. We got 60% there. And then if we sleep on something like a sofa, we'll have 100% sleep rate. And that's why we're waking up at like 2, 3 in the morning. We've got 13 AP still. You do have a lot of movement, so we have got to kill you. There's a couple of more zombies down here. But yeah, I just want to start making a push north now. Machete broken, but that's fine. There is another zombie here. Let's go to that square. Ah, there's a sleeper. Let's come back to this square. Let these guys move away from the sleeper. So both of them should be able to come up to my face. Now, I could avoid them just going to the zone square, but I couldn't avoid you. So I need at least 4.7 on you, so I need something a little stronger. And I would need 5.2 on you. What about the middle knife? I'm willing to take that risk. And I think the sleeper was there because I'm going to have to take out the sleeper. 4.8. Go down to the lower one. 4.6. What's the bat doing? And you can't get to me, so I don't need to worry about you. And there wasn't a bird down there. I did sort of look at it earlier. No cars, unfortunately. That's what makes or break a run, if you can find a car early. Okay, let's zone through to the pharmacy. Not really going to be any loot opportunities here. Makeshift siphon pump, I want to go and pick that up. And then just move out of this guy's range. If we find a car or a generator we could take fuel out, we would need an empty can though. So we need to leave out the north exit, which is going to take us onto a railroad. But like I said, we could just follow the railroad all the way up to Terminus now. We've got enough food and water and weapons on us. Let's come up this side. Or a car, that's even better. This helmeted can't get to me on this square. Please be good. It's good. It's good. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so this guy can't get to me, so I can pass a turn. And now I don't need to be carrying anything on me, because all we're going to do is fuel up the car to the max, which is 2 AP. We can't get through tunnels, though. That's the only thing we can't get through. And let's just dump everything we don't need. I think I'm happy with that. 1.1's good enough. Okay, let's drive. And we can immediately go to that railway toll there. I do need to spend 4. Just need to make sure none of these guys can get to me. You could get to me. So I would need to kill you. Can I get you with the bats? Yeah, that's good enough. I don't need to be too precise. Looking pamphlet, rags. Let's stand on the zone square. And then we need to do another search with the book. Okay with the car to get through, but you need to have your path already planned. So 4.2. So where's the railway toll? The railway must go this way. So I can get another 2 for 4.2. So let's pass a turn. We'll be leaving off this before this guy can get to me. Again, let's do another search, this time this way. But we did get it for 4.1, okay. I need to know what's up here. Let's move a tile. Now, we are fairly safe here. You'll want to do the searching here. Because all I've got to do is move around this side here. And I'm safe for 2 turns away from this guy. 9.4. What am I getting? Okay, so let's see if I can get anything for what the AP I've got. Get a 6.3. Get down for 5.1. So we know the railroad's going here. We haven't seen where the other linkage reaches it. So I'm just going to pass the turn and then we might be able to move 2 turns. Sorry, 2 tiles. Or I might be able to just do all the searching from here. Now the car currently has 5 turns. It can go 5 tiles, sorry. We might need to abandon the vehicle if nothing comes within 5 turns. Okay, so where are you going now? Would be nice if I can get a 2. I'm going to have to spend 9 for that. That's an hefty cost. It's a pharmacy, so the railway's going this way. So it must be going past the danger zone. And you must be coming up here. So yeah, we need to move 2 railway tolls before doing another search, but past the turn. We had a fairly safe space where we was, so that was good. Let's get our food up. So we need about 10 hydration. 10 food. That will help to perk up my morale, so let's just eat it. 6 on there, that will take me up. And then let's just drink. Brilliant. So the morale's actually looking pretty good now. I think I'll keep that on me just as a backup. Okay, let's use the car, drive 2 more turns. And then we have 3 more tiles we can go. So there's a blockage here. And that's the railway track, because you can see the railway up here. Then it goes there. So we'd have to take that blockage out if I want to use that. Oh, actually, no, it was on the tile I'm at. So I could spend 2, 3 to get round it or clear it. So it's actually the tile with the big guy on, so that's fine. This tile isn't that bad. We've still got the shovel on us, haven't we? 93%, so that's good. Move up a bit, but don't get too far too fast. Move out to your range to there. And then we will have to go back to the car as well. Takes about 4 turns. It's about 2.1 per tile. Yep, brilliant. We've got that done. We can get back to the car on the next turn. Cheapest to get to the car is going to be 6. Now I think I might use 1 more turn. Just because this big guy around me is nowhere near. So we are quite safe. Let's go as far as we can. Bit more trouble round here. Let's just see how far we got. We got to here. We are 19 AP, so it would be useful to use at least 1 map. We've got a 1 there. 2 for about 5. That's a good cost. Okay, so we've got a railway, but we haven't got the railway that... It's got to be that one. I think that's Terminus. Now, we have a grenade to get through Terminus. Okay, so we've got to level up. If we're going into Terminus, there's only one thing I want, is more combat power. Let's drive up to the railroad. Okay, we've got a bit of trouble around us. You can only move 1, so I can back out to you. You've got a bit more movement, and you've got a bit more. Don't want to use my AP item yet. So it's only really you and you I need to take out. Tough one has the biggest attack power, so you have to be the priority. And the biggest weapon I've probably got is one of these fire axes. Not quite enough to take it out in 1. We might be able to take you out with the spear. Couple of nice crits there. And I'm going to stand on the zone square. You can't get to me, you can't get to me, you can't get to me. Let's get some AP. We've got 2 hours tonight. I've got 1 AP item. I haven't got any of those injections. I think it's worth doing the 4. Yep, Terminus right up next to us. I need to really be max AP on the next turn if I'm going to take the car in there. Neither one of these can get to me. So I'm happy just standing my ground. Take the grenade with me. Run up to the fence. If we need to use the grenade to clear the path, we'll do it. And if we need to use the energy drink, we'll do that as well. But now it's just use everything, so we can get rid of that. We want to be as light as possible. But we also want to make sure we leave enough items on us, especially the pliers. The grenade. We'll leave the gun as a backup. We'll leave one spear. We'll just get one of the best ones. That's fine. Down to 1 AP now, so I'm just trying to make it as cheap as possible. We will even put you on. Yeah, we've got our big weapon. I think I'll actually take both of them with me just in case I've got to kill a few. We will need the AP item. I did just put it away. We've got about 3 satiety, 3 to 4 society, so we'll use you just to get our morale up. We might as well grab a lighter on us. So we've got our stats as best as we can, except for our energy. Drive on to Terminus. So as you see, a lot around us. I could drop a grenade in there, and then it should be able to get us a path through. And I think that's going to be the best option. So use the grenade, drop it there. That should kill this. Make sure we've got the pliers still. Yes. Go up to that square there. We've got 20 AP. Should be more than enough to get to there. It all depends on if we had a gap to the fence, which we've got. Put the pliers straight up to Terminus. That was a tough run. Out of stock. Single solo person. Permadeath. Level 1 character. Apocalypse. Even if we didn't get the car, we were still good. At that point, we had a lot of weapons. We had a lot of food. We had a lot of drink. Took 3 days, 11 hours to get there. We visited 14 locations and killed 27 zombies. 50% is move AP. That's about normal, to be honest. But yeah, Apocalypse, Permadeath. 450% bonus and out of stock. That was a fun little one to do. Bit of a challenge. I would have preferred to do the frozen one, but I think I did about 5 attempts and I didn't even get more than about half a dozen tiles. I think I lasted to day 2 on one of them, and that was it. But yeah, little fun one there. Hopefully you enjoyed this little one. But we will be coming back. Probably might look at doing another one of these level 1 challenge runs. And then we'll come back to the big... I think the trading house one is the next one I want to do. But it might be one of these where I'll start doing the trading house, but if we find the research centre and the items, then I'll pivot over to the research one. But yeah, hopefully you're still enjoying it. Let me just make sure there's nothing else coming up. No, we can close that. Unlock a new occupation. Hopefully the character didn't level. If it did, then I'll go back to another level 1 when we did it. Confirm, proceed. Because it did say achievements was locked. I was expecting it to also lock. Yeah, first survivor on this character because it's a brand new. And it's showing you all the jobs that's available. When I do the trade house run, I will go back to my normal save. So yeah, it has leveled me up. So we'll try and wipe this character and start a new one for another level 1 challenge run at some point. I was hoping having these settings in Sandbox would stop the level up, but unfortunately it hasn't. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you all again soon with another Terminus run. Thank you very much for watching.